What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, as a lot of us formerly youngins have crossed into the threshold of middle age, a lot of the formerly middle-aged entertainers that, enthralled us so much when we were younger have now entered into old age. Unfortunately, they are leaving us. And I seem to do this too often now on this channel. But a true legend has passed away. All right? Paul Mooney, actor, activist, philosopher, comedian. I mean, whatever you want to label him as. Paul Mooney passed away today at the age of 79 in his home in California. Now, apparently, he died of a heart attack. He was 79 years old. And what I had not known prior to today, because I did a little research before I did this video, I did not know that Paul Mooney was suffering from dementia for some time now. Now, his sons, I saw, who look just like him and have the cadence of him, twin sons. His twin sons are actually only 18, 17 or 18 years younger than he is. So they're in their early 60s, 61, 62 years old. And they confirmed several months ago that he was suffering from dementia and the ravages of old age, but he looked like himself, baby face. Like, it's funny, his sons actually look older than he does, or did. And they said he was suffering from the ravages of old age, uh, you know, dementia, but he still looked good, and that he still lent his name toward entertainment activities. He just wasn't active himself because of his deteriorating mental faculties. But this dementia had to come on in the last 2 years because there was a lot of interviews of Paul Mooney from 2018 that are still available, and he sounds just like himself, TMZ or sit down interviews or interviews with that enemy of the state, Vlad. So this had to occur. I'm thinking sometime in late 2018 or in 2019. Um, I know my father, who passed away 5 years ago now, 6 years ago actually. Um, he had dementia, but he was fine up until 2 years before his death. And then it just crept on gradually. Started with, I noticed him repeating himself a couple times. It was that. Then it was repeating himself 3 times. His short-term memory got worse. Uh, then it got to the point where it progressed. Well, I don't have to go. It can get bad. So maybe it's a blessing for his family that this heart attack happened before he got to a point where it was really bad. But anyway, Paul Mooney is best known for his association with Richard Pryor. He was a great joke writer, a great sketch writer. Uh, he was an actor. He also portrayed Sam Cooke in the Buddy Holly story. I think it was 1978, where Gary Busey played Buddy Holly. It was Paul Mooney that played Sam Cooke in that movie. Um, I think later generations also remember Paul Mooney for his work on The Chappelle Show. I think he also wrote for other sitcoms. I want to say Good Times was one of them. Let me make sure. No, he also wrote for Living Color and Sanford and Son. Excuse me. As far as Richard Pryor is concerned, he also wrote for Pryor's Place and the Richard Pryor Show, which was a groundbreaking uh, sketch comedy show for NBC back in the late 1970s. Now, the Richard Pryor show was canceled after a couple episodes, but it wasn't because of poor ratings. If I'm not mistaken, they were winning their time slot, ratings wise. They canceled the Richard Pryor show for the exact same reason that Underground was canceled by WGN. It wasn't for ratings. It was because of controversy. America probably wasn't ready for the Richard Pryor show in 1977. Okay, it wasn't ready for that type of show. It took probably another 25 years for the Chappelle show to pop up for the show that maybe America was ready for that type of show. Underground, I reference Underground because Underground was canceled because it was to me, too honest. See, it's okay for a sitcom or a movie to depict black people killing each other. But when you have a scene where you have a black slave who is the not so secret mistress of the plantation owner and the butler, okay, and they both scheme and hang the slave owner in the basement for retribution for killing her son for, political clout. I remember saying to myself, this show may get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the realities of this country. And sure enough, that show was canceled, even though the ratings were great. They said it was on production cost. That was bullshit. Okay. Um, so Richard Pryor, his show was too controversial for this country. Um, but Paul Mooney also appeared in Spike Lee's Bamboozled. Um, so Paul Mooney's just a legend in the business, man. And he's one of the funniest dudes, one of the realest comedians out there. And he will be missed. And I'm going to say this in conclusion, okay? Because I know the realities of this country. Whenever you have a legendary black performer or anybody or any field pass away, whether you're talking about Paul Mooney or Kobe Bryant or Richard Pryor or anybody, the first thing you're going to have are people who are going to come out there and clout chase. Now, we all are familiar with some of the rumors about Paul Mooney, which I'm not going to get into this video because this isn't the correct or proper time for me to do that. Do I give a fuck about any of that shit? Nope. Okay. All I know is that he was a gifted performer. Okay. Uh, his personal life was his personal life. All I know is this: he had sons, so he must like pussy. you know. So yeah, it's going to be clout chasers. It's going to be people that's going to come out there and try to denigrate his name because that's how this country gets down when it comes to black people. They love whenever there's a black man that's out there and especially a guy like Paul Mooney, and he's getting love from black people. Oh, it's going to be somebody out there that's going to try to fuck his name up. Somebody that ain't saying shit the whole 79 years he was alive on this planet. The whole 79 years he was alive on this planet, and they had nothing to fucking say about Paul Mooney. But now all of a sudden, now that he's no longer here, and he's joined all of his ancestors, now they're gonna have to open up their mouths and try to clout chase and come for something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he did this. I just was afraid. I was afraid of an enfeebled, you know, uh, aged 79-year-old man with dementia. He scared me. But now the big bad scary man is dead, so I can speak freely now. Suck a dick. Okay? You suck a dick. And rest in peace, Paul Mooney.